What's up, guys? I hope you like that. I was going through a whole bunch of music trying to find something that looked good. Holy crap, there's a lot of people in here. I'm behind on the chat. Oh, let's see here. Let's see. Let me know how the audio is, guys. I did change some stuff around on my desk again. I keep moving stuff around. Oh, let's see. We got Pico, Jeff, Brian, Phil, Lance, Andrew, Miguel, Joe, Chris, Gaston. I'm going to butcher your name. Abu Bakar. I think I'm going to butcher that. Keith's Automotive. That's a good name. Comes. What's going on, guys? Let's see. Who was the band? I think the band's called Silent Partner, and they just do, I don't know what, I mean, the music's available for free on YouTube to use on monetized videos, is what it says. And there's no Creative Commons required, so I didn't have to attribute them, but I need to. I just didn't get a chance to put anything in the description really yet. But, yeah, I thought that sounded way better than the other music I had used previously, so... yeah, just picking music that looked good. But I seem to like a lot of their stuff, but I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but I'm like 90% positive that is Silent Partner. So, what's going on, Cuba? Joe? I think I missed you guys. And Mario, I think I missed that. Luigi's in Colorado. That would be hilarious if your twin brother's name was Luigi. No Slayer, no. I had to pay for Slayer if I wanted to monetize the video, so I could do some unmonetized videos. That's no big deal. I've done quite a few of them, so I just obviously monetize them because every penny counts, but you know. So yeah, like the video says, the point of today's thing was to talk about some upcoming training events because there's a lot going on. Soggy Bottom Boys. Hey, Billy. The main training events, like the big one, obviously is TST. I know his name's Martin, but I wanted to say it. But it's a cousin named Wario. Yeah, but he's a jerk. But yeah, so TST is the big one. There is the Auto Value Bumper to Bumper Tech Expo that's happening in Grand Rapids, Michigan on January the 8th and 9th. So I'll be there. I'm going to go up with... I know for sure Tommy Oliva is going to be there, one of the Trained by Tech guys, but I don't... And I think Brian's going to try to make it, I think. I don't know. But for sure, I'm going to be there. In Grand Rapids, Michigan. So that'll be a good training event. Have to get it changed. No, I don't think you should change your brother's. I think Martin's a good name. I think he'll probably not be happy with Luigi. If you guys remember the 90s movie with John Leguizamo about that, it was, their last name is Mario. So it was Mario, and Luigi, Mario. So... the guy was like, so how many Marios are there between the two of you? It's like 3. Mario, and Luigi, Mario. Anyways, it was a dumb movie, but it was hilarious. Did I say January? Yeah, it's February. Sorry, I did say January, didn't I? February 8th and 9th. That's next month. Hey, Alan. Brian, no, not next year. Know anything training events going on in Canada? I don't know anything about the ones in Canada. I'm going to have to look. I mean, I could go to ones in Canada, I guess. Martin up. That's good. So that's the next one I'll be going to. So February is going to be full for me. February is lots of training events over weekends. So I'm going to still attempt to do all these videos, but we'll see. Hey, Wyatt. But for sure, so from the 7th to the 10th in February, I'll be gone to Grand Rapids. And from the 20th to the 24th, I'll be in Colorado Springs. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about what's going on there or not yet, so I'll let that stay until we do figure it out. Any manufacturers offer training for their brand? I don't know. I'm not sure. I know all of them offer training that you can purchase that's at least online, but I don't know about in-person training at all that they offer to the outside world. And then, so 7th to the 10th of February, then the 20th to the 24th, and then obviously the February the 28th through March the 3rd is Vision. So I'll be all three of those. The one in Colorado, I will let you guys know if what's up with those, what's up with that. I don't know if I can talk about it or if I'm supposed to mention what it is or what it is. Anyways, so those are the major training events coming up, and then of course, that's the big one, and then the other big one is March the 30th will be TST in New York City, or Tarrytown, New York, pretty close to New York City. So March the 28th is my wife's birthday, so we'll be going to New York on the 28th, and she's coming with me. Do I know if it'll be available on DVD? I don't know. I actually haven't talked a whole lot with G or anything yet about it. I just know that I'm going. There'll be a bunch of us there. There'll be a few of the Train by Tech guys. I don't know how many of us are going. I thought most, but I'm not sure. Yeah, if it's on DVD, it'd be good. It'd be good to purchase if you can't make it out, because that's kind of a trek, and then, staying in New York's not cheap, but... So definitely. That's the major training events going on between now and the end of March. That's what we've got going. Online training through Napa. It's called Cars on Demand. I didn't know about that one. I'm gonna have to call Jeff Bly about that and see what's going on with that. Is it just a Canada thing, Pico? Do you know? Surely it's not if it's available online. Why it says, but we'll see you after on Sunday, right, Joe? Oh, you guys doing something on Sunday up in New York? Cool. Wasn't sure. I was like, no, the class is Saturday. Keith, how do you do classes how do the classes at Vision work? When you sign up, do you pick what classes for each day? Yes, Thomas. You sign up, and then there's a myriad of classes for each day that are available for you to choose from. Some fill up quicker than others, so registered for Brandon's class last week. Awesome. Pico, was that you registered for his class on TST online, I guess? That's the main class one. Yeah, I've taken Brandon's class. I took it at Super Saturday. Probably be bringing the wife and baby. Oh, Division. No drive. Oh, okay. Never mind. I got you, Mario. Anyways, so you guys remember I gave away the Launch 3001 scan tool, and Mario got that one, and then I had the battery tester, the Autel brand, AUTOOL brand. Battery tester. It was wireless, and I liked both of those. So now I actually had another small 3001, and I gave it away to a tech recently at a shop who needed something small. And I'm trying to kind of invest in him a little bit. I think he's going to be a good tech. So I just try to hook him up with stuff like that. So it was a $20-something code reader. So now I don't have a small code reader, and for battery test, I've been using the Pico for everything, because I don't own I used to use the Medtronic's EXP1000, the smaller handheld with the printer, quite often when I was in the shop environment, but I didn't own that tester, so I needed to buy one. So I just used the Pico tester and then rely on not the actual test for a printout. I actually just scope it and look at the battery and make my decision there. But I kind of needed something smaller and handheld, so I did recently purchase a battery tester code reader combo. And I know that it's from that distributor that I bought the Diagun from. So it's a launch tool also, and they're pushing the stuff. So he sent me a message and said that he thought I'd like this, and he gave me a deal on it. So I got this Creator 3008, C-Reader 3008, Creator, C-Reader, whatever you want to call it. So I've literally not even used it yet. I haven't even hooked it up to a car. I've barely even opened the box. It came in yesterday. That would be good, Mario. If we get Brandon's class available on a DVD. I think Brandon's class may be available online pretty soon anyways. Hint, hint, something small. Just going to maybe say something about that. That's all. I'm not going to talk about it anymore, though, because I'll probably get in trouble. So I think DeFazio got one of these. I don't know. I thought he said he did, and I thought he said that the battery tester wasn't very accurate. So I'm gonna test that myself and see how it turns out. But it's not really big. It's it's fairly small. And it comes with, I didn't even look how long the cable is. I literally haven't hooked this up to a car yet. I'd like to. So I may be showing you guys something that doesn't even work. I hope it works. It's a launch product, so it should be not terrible. It's like a 4-foot cable. That's not bad. It's got like a DB 15 kind of cable. It's a 15 pin. So I'm assuming it does the battery test through the DLC, since there's no other cable that comes with it. See, Bruce, the webinars are usually available after they're live. Awesome, good information, Bruce. So I'll let you guys know how this thing works out. I haven't used it. That's interesting. Comes with a free gift too. I guess you just got to send a message of the opinion. Got to like the Facebook page at this specific URL. Message a screenshot of your opinion and suggestion on the page. You got to message it to their thing. But it was King Bowling, so I bought it through them. They're a launch distributor. They're the ones who are selling the Diag tool, or Diagun. So I'll see about that. OTC 3167 works great. I'll give that one a shot too. This was like dirt cheap. Hold on. Thanks, Mario, for letting Pico's comments come through. So I'll let you know how that thing works out, and then I may still just buy something else also and give this one away. As long as these tools are rather inexpensive, I don't mind using them for a little while and then giving them away. It's kind of cool to be able to give the stuff away. I've got a giveaway I'm going to be doing for our patrons pretty soon. I don't even remember what it was. I've got a few things I need to give away to them, do contest. YouTube is really weird with contest about how they put the rules out for them. So you got to follow a lot of specific rules to do a giveaway, and then you got to follow local laws. And if most of them complies like a raffle, and then it's weird. So really, you can't have any kind of you're not supposed to. You just got to follow your local laws. It's really screwed up. So it's weird. But this week, let's see. I put out a couple videos this week, so let me know what you guys think about the circuit board repair stuff. I have more time to film that because I bring that stuff to the house, do the repairs here, and then when I'm out on the road doing yeah, that's right, the Z Bull Mini. I totally forgot because I have another thing or two, Jake, that I'm gonna pick some of you guys to give away too. Which means if I get quite a few more, almost everybody will get something. It'd be kind of cool if I could, but I don't think I have that many yet. YouTube's gotten harder to work with, that's for sure. Yeah, I agree, Wyatt. It's definitely different to deal with all the legalities. Yeah, so with giveaways, anytime you're doing something where you're asking someone to do something in return for an entry to a contest to win something, it's basically a raffle. It's basically a gambling. So you have to comply with your local, gambling laws. So it's, I don't know, yeah, the Keep It On DL, that's kind of what I have to do. I'm going to have to, to follow the rules and not get in trouble, I'm going to have to make it semi-unfair where I just go, oh, I'm just picking somebody and sending them something. So maybe my maybe my choice of who I send to could be influenced by who maybe shares videos and likes stuff and comments on videos and all that. So I think that. Danner knows more about the specifics. It's been hard to deal with. I hate YouTube platform. It's very hard to deal with. I know all the specifics, and it's specifically for my state. I know all my specifics. I know what I'm supposed to do and what I'm not supposed to do. So I can tell you that in the future, if I'm going to give something away as part of the contest, I won't have a contest. I'll just pick someone to give it away, but I will probably be heavily influenced by who to give it away to, by maybe who comments and shares and likes the video, kind of thing. I don't know if you guys catch my drift, but it's not a raffle and it's not gambling, but you could win. So just keep that in mind. That's probably how I'll have to do it. But I got that thing. I'm giving away the Z-Bull since I bought the VVDI tool, the VVDI Key Tool. I'm going to do a video on that when I play more with it. I've used it once. I've already, I don't have it in here. I have an issue kind of often when we do wind modules, where even when you do erase all keys after you replace a wind module on late 2000s, early 2010s model Chryslers, where the key fobs don't program, they just give you an error, then you have to buy a new fob. And like I said, I have about an 80% failure rate with that. And I called dealer and they said, yeah, they're seeing issues with it too, mainly on the late 2000s. Right, Pico. So I bought this tool because it will virgin those remotes back to an unlocked state, so they forget the secret key from the old Win module, so they'll be able to reprogram. They'll be able to be programmed to the new Win module. So that should save my customers some money, and that should save me some money. I mean, I should be able to make money off of that. So that's what I did. I already cleared one out. Great channel. Yeah, that is a good channel name. Peekaboo's awesome. So I've already done 2 keys. I've cleared out and reused them, and that works fine. So I think what I'm going to do on the next one is next time I go to do one and it fails, I'll record showing you guys that it fails. Then I'll record clearing out the secret key and virgining the key with the VVDI tool, and then redoing it and programming it, showing you that it's successful. Hey, Chad. So that's what I'll probably do on the next one that I have. So the VVDI works on more than Euro. Yes, I have not got to use it a whole bunch for a bunch of stuff, but I purchased the kit and it comes with 5 universal remotes that are Volkswagen style. But then I bought because they come with no blades and no transponder. They're just a programmable remote, so you can program the remote to be whatever style of fob. It doesn't come with the transponder that you need, and it doesn't come with the blade that you need to make an actual functioning ignition key for the car. But it comes where you can plug into the board, tell it it's going to be a General Motors fob, and it will learn that style of frequency and stuff. So I want to know the same thing, what cars can use VVDI on. Oh, yeah. So that's yeah. So I can't tell you all cars. I can't tell you all Euros or all domestic or all Asian, but I've seen Euro, domestic, and Asian all as options within the thing. I haven't used it a whole bunch yet, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. Kind of like the C-Reader thing. I just got it yesterday, so I haven't got to mess with it. When my laptop died, I lost some film I had already done on like the smoke machine. So I'm going to be redoing some filming this weekend today. So hopefully that video will be out pretty soon of using the smoke machine. But I can tell you I really like the product. So I'm going to finish up some of the filming today for that. I hope Tuesday to have the video out on the smoke machine. I'm trying to use it for more than just more than just evap stuff. So since it's high pressure, I've been using it to do like cooling system test. The fact that you got a flow gauge on something that will put out 16 plus almost 20 psi is great. See you, Wyatt. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to do a lot with that VVDI tool. I suspect I'll be using the VVDI tool a lot. So what I've been doing with it is my Z Mini that I have that I read transponders with. I've just been using the VVDI tool because it reads transponders also. So because of that, I'm going to give away that VVDI, or not going to give away the VVDI. I think I'm going to use that a lot, and it was kind of expensive. I'm going to be giving away the Z Mini over on the Patreon channel. So that's kind of my plan on that. And then also, like, right after this class, we're doing part 8, where we're going to be talking about on the Patreon class. We're going to be doing. I think this section is. Does it need a? How do you know that it needs a flash? So we're going to go over the domestic and Asian that we cover in the class of how do you know if it needs a flash or not, and how to look that up. Can you do it for free, or do you have to pay? And what are the ways where you can, all that stuff. So it's kind of interesting. But oh, did I turn my phone off? Sorry, I'm getting messages and stuff. Make sure it's on silent. Yeah. There we go. So, anyways, be going over that, and then I've got a friend locally who's a locksmith, so I'm kind of playing with some of the other tools he's got. He's got a lot of the like OBD Star, a lot of X Tool stuff, a lot of that stuff. So I kind of been playing with that, seeing what it does, what it doesn't do. So too late, already said it. Yeah, that's what I thought, Kuba, was. I was like, okay, wait a minute, I can do a pressure test with a flow meter on, you do the same thing on a evap, so why not do it on a cooling system? Why not do it on, stuff like that? I mean, that's, if you're looking for oil leaks. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do that yet, because there are a lot of leaks in the crankcase kind of pre-made, but maybe. We'll see. We'll just have to see how it goes. Looking at the VVDI and Oni Star X Pro as well. Yeah, I wish I could do a VVDI giveaway. I mean, I guess if I get enough views and stuff, definitely. That's what I want to keep doing. I want to keep giving away tools. Just right now, I'm kind of restricted to the more inexpensive stuff, because once I buy something that's expensive, I gotta have it. I usually buy stuff just because I need it. Definitely less messy. That's kind of my plan. Was to try to cut down on time too, and if I can take the amount of tools that I carry and bring it down, then I'll be a lot better off, because I don't have a whole lot of room in my truck. I've got some pretty good sized boxes on them, but still. And then I unload the truck every night, everything into the house, so it's temperature controlled, and then the truck is locked up in the garage. So, it's a lot of moving stuff. That's just because most of the stuff has batteries, and I don't like leaving them out in cold or freezing weather. It's just not good for them. So. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. Anyways, I got to film that stuff, finish filming that today. See you, Mario. So that'll be fun. I'm sucks because I lost a lot of film. A lot of stuff when my laptop died. So I always keep backups, so it was just really, really recent stuff. I still have copies of all the other stuff. I back up all my information as much as possible, so. Oh, yeah. Yeah, have fun, Mario. Or maybe have fun. You probably are got to go do something stupid or that sucks. It's Sunday. You need to just be hanging out, man. So, yeah, I'll have more stuff on the VVDI tool. I'll have always more circuit board repairs. I've got a 2002 Pathfinder PCM here that I'm repairing due to the idle air control valve driver shorting out. The MOSFET in there took a dump because it was shorted. So, what's my experience with X-Tool key programming scanners? Do you recommend them? So, I have used the X-Tool 100, the old red one, and I liked it. I mean, it's always all those Chinese tools are kind of finicky, kind of janky, however you want to put it. But I think they all work pretty well, especially for the money. It's amazing how much you store in a day. Seems like you can never back up often enough. That's right. I have a 4 terabyte cloud drive at the house that's like 85% full. I have a 1 terabyte hard drive in my laptop, which is like at 750 gigs. And then strung out across other like jump drives and backup drives and stuff, there's probably another terabyte or 2 laying around and stuff. So it's a lot. But I also try to keep copies of all my videos I put on YouTube locally, not just store them only on YouTube, because my worry is that something happens and you lose. I don't know. You never know. You never know what happens. So, how's the self-employment thing going? Going to keep on? Absolutely. I am making do. So I I keep wanting to say I'm doing fantastic, but every day is always scary being self-employed. You know, all you guys that are like that already know. So it just kind of, you know, it's going good. There's no end to it in sight. We'll definitely put it that way. I had to make a big tool purchase, you know, so I've got some debt in tools I got to pay off now. So I'm not a big fan of debt, but you know, I've got a bunch of it, so I got to keep up with that stuff. But cash flow is coming in, so we're doing good. Plan on doing your first circuit board repair on an Xterra ABS module. Awesome, Bruce. What's going on with it? Is it dead, or do you have like a solenoid that's not functioning like a hard code? Because if it's dead, those are usually pretty simple. Pump relay circuit. Okay, that's what I figured. That's probably repairable. You'll probably find something obvious that's messed up, like I can't move this, or it's going to move the camera, but there we go. The American way, yeah, debt. So this is the MOSFET driver for the Nissan ECM. I've got it removed. I'm waiting on a new one to come in so I can get it back in and finish doing my test, but so I haven't had the opportunity to do any TIPM repairs outside of the fuel pump relay, which I've done quite a few of. Ran with no headlights, thanks to problems in the TIPM, haven't looked at it myself. I would not be afraid of doing TIPM repairs though, because they're pretty simple. I've been inside of a few of them after the fact, didn't get to keep them because they were either cores or something, but that's one of those things that is a common fault, so I should probably get into more of them. I just haven't had the opportunity to get a TIPM and mess with it, just short of doing the fuel pump relay thing, which I've done those just in the car and just unplug the harness, and you know, you follow the TSB, cut that piece of that circuit out of the harness and put an external relay on. I'm with Car Club Auto. I'm with Joe on that one. It's a lot less of a headache to get it from a known distributor. What method do I use to pull Chrysler rolling pin? I call my buddy who's a locksmith with an LSID. My paperwork is in for my LSID. I'm just waiting on it to come back. SMA just did a TIPM repair. Check out this video. Yep. What picoscope kit do I recommend? It's hard for me to recommend a kit because I never bought a kit. I've had a bunch of other scopes first, and then because of that, I had a bunch of accessories. So then I literally bought a bare Pico. I didn't even have Pico cables when I bought it. I bought literally the bare Pico. But I would recommend the 4-channel kit that's got at least the low amp and high amp clamp, and that's, if it comes with those, then it's going to come with attenuators, cables, and all the other pokey probes and all that stuff. So if you at least get the Pico high and low amp clamp as part of the kit, you'll have everything that you will need to do 90% of scoping. I know Car Club Auto, if you're on any of the Facebook groups, I know that Isaac Road Diesel is a Bosch distributor, and then AESWave, if they sell it, would be a good one. And then yeah, exactly, Joe. AESWave. AE Tools is also a vendor. I've purchased stuff from AE Tools before. I've worked with them before. Joey Hendrick over there, and those guys provide good service. I mean, Bosch is anyone that sells Bosch stuff is going to be able to get you one. So, but that's kind of. But yeah, I've been keeping busy. I've got a bunch more video stuff coming down the pike. I've got to do a repair on my truck. I've got a couple problems. My horn stopped working on my truck. I have left my inverter on 3 nights and killed my battery every time, so I really need to put a switch on it. So I might film doing a relay, high amperage relay and circuit breaker install. on that. So if you guys want to see my thought process on how I decided to use that. And then, what else? Yeah, still doing the J2534 class. I've got hard drives I got to ship out. I got 2 more hard drives that are shipping out Monday or Tuesday. When they're done, there's a couple guys that wanted some SSDs, so I got those. I switched brands. I think I'm going to go to the Crucial ones now. I've been using the Samsungs. No problems with the Samsungs. I think I just found these Crucial ones. I found a good deal on those. They're a little more expensive, but it's a brand that I personally have used. So, but the Patron class, guys, we're close. I'm at like 89% of my goal. And when I get to 100% of that Patron goal, then I'm probably going to start taking every Tuesday off of work off out there, because it's going to pay me enough to take a whole day off every week and dedicate towards more curriculum and more videos and stuff for Patreon, so I'll have more stuff available. Do I have a background in electrical engineering? Just wondering, most guys are afraid to take circuit boards apart. I don't have an electrical engineering background, but I did all my post-secondary education is for internet network security. I had an A+ hardware certificate for computer repair, and I've always been kind of a nerd when it comes to electronics. Big physics nerd. And that kind of makes all the other stuff work pretty simple for me to work my way through how they function, so it makes it a little easier to diagnose. Physics is a big deal. I'm a big physics nerd. So no, I don't have any kind of official training or background in any engineering, but that is always what I've been interested in. So yeah, I've done a lot of that. I'm not afraid to take stuff apart. If I break it, it was probably already broke before I started messing with it. And if I break something that I try not to break anything that's somebody else's. Getting a good understanding of how things come apart. I mean, we're all technicians, right? We got that mindset, that critical thinking mindset. We've got that mechanical ability built in us, so we can take things apart usually without tearing it up. I mean, there's some guys out there that can't, but and gals. But just use your mind, use your brain. If you got to force it, maybe it's not the right thing. Do some research. Shoot Google, right? How many YouTube videos are there on taking stuff apart that you've never taken apart before? I don't really get into that a whole lot because into YouTubing how to take things apart. Usually I can kind of see it, but it's just my thoughts. I don't know about beautifully done, Joe. I do my best. I'm not, like I said, I'm not an engineer. I'm not a master soldering guy. I'm not the best at any of that stuff, but I've done enough of it that I think I got just enough in my mind to get me in trouble. So we'll put it that way. Somebody mentioned the other day that I should use more flux and everything, and I agree. You really can't use enough flux. So that's one of the things I need to work on. Just better soldering practices. But I've gotten away with it for so long, the way that I do it, that it hasn't bit me yet, but it will. And when it does is when I'll look back and go, yeah, I probably should have used more flux, kind of situation. But I'm learning every day. We're all learning every day. Keith's Patreon is well worth the money. Thanks, Pico. Yeah, I try to make it worth it. For the amount that you could pay a month to get the training, you're getting like 40 minutes to an hour of training every week. You're not. Don't you have a YouTube video about the hard drives? Yeah, I have a video about the hard drives. I think it's actually called "Do You Want a Partitioned Hard Drive?" I think is what I named the video. But have to be careful of the flux used as well. Tell them to go flux himself. Yeah, I don't see. That's the thing. I'm like equipment wise, I am grossly unequipped in comparison to most of the guys that are doing a lot of circuit board repair. I'm using a $55 Weller soldering station, and I have $30 in one solder roll, so I spend a lot on solder, but that's, the hard drive thing should be stored, but that's, I've sold quite a few of them now. So what they are is I try to use Toshiba hard disk drives, so when I buy a hard disk drive, I use a Toshiba usually. The SSDs now will probably all either be Crucials or Western Digital or Samsung. I try to use name brand hard drives. I don't use inexpensive, or I don't use cheap ones. Some PCM replacement videos with the Autel launch would be great. Okay, yeah, look at doing that. But yeah, the hard drives are all partitioned. The partitions are set up for you. What I wanted to be clear was there's no automotive software. There's no reprogramming software on them. So it's not like there's no hacked software. There's nothing like that. These are just partitioned out for you. There's 4 partitions that are identical. Where am I buying my solder equipment? I get it all locally. There's a place called Affiliated Electronics here in Tulsa, and it's a building probably the size of a Radio Shack. No, it's a little larger, and they have, I mean, I can buy my wiring, I don't do a lot of crimping, but like the barrels for crimping wires together, the butt splice connectors, I can buy all that stuff by the pound from them. They have it in pounds of it, and I can just scoop it out into bags and pay by weight. Kuba says, I don't like Western Digital personally. I had too many corrupt on me, unfortunately. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I just used the 0.3 millimeter. I think I'm 0.031 standard. This is my most commonly used. Yeah, 0.031. And these are Flux 245 is what I almost always get. This is Kester brand, and then I've got some other Kester stuff, but I get all of it locally from Affiliated Electronics, and they sell online. They sell components. You can go in and buy, you can tell them like, hey, I need 2,000 of this specific resistor, and they probably have it. They've got walls that are 10 foot high and 20 to 40 foot long, and they're just shelves with boxes of components of whatever you need. So they reclaim a lot of components and they purchase a lot new. So I can go in and get anything you can think of. And it's crazy. So I can go on there. I got my USB ports to repair my master, to attempt to repair my MasterTech. I bought that from them. They had it in stock. I bought 5 of them. Yeah, I like Kester. I think it's a good brand, so I use it. The flux that I use, QC Electronics, Liquid Flux. I don't know who makes that. This looks like a pretty low-budget label. There's not much going on there. But it's rosin flux and then, butane 2 liters ethanol. There we go. Yeah. So I use Liquid Flux a lot. I use paste flux to hold components, and I think it's Kester brand also. And then for repairing traces on boards, I use this. This is BN TechGo. It's just some Chinese stuff, I'm sure. This is 24 gauge polyurethane enamel coated wire, copper wire. So this is what I'll use to make traces. This is like what you would find in windings for coils and transistors and stuff. And that way, if you've got a burnt contact across the board, you can go from a test point to the component and have a jumper. And since it's polyurethane coated, you can get 2 real close to each other, and if they touch, they won't short. Just when you go to solder at the end, it melts off the enamel and then usually makes a good contact there. You have an electronics store close to you at Joe called Affiliate Electronics, I believe. Lead solder has a lower melting point, easier to use on PC boards. Yeah, I use lead solder. I don't use silver for hardly anything. If it's got silver solder on it, I usually put a bunch of flux on there, tin my tip real good with my tinning braid, and then get some good solder on the end of it, and then usually try to get it in there, get it hot, and mix it. Once you get a little lead solder inside the silver solder or the non-lead solder, get it all in there, it kind of gets a lot easier to pull back off. But yeah. Oh, so the hard drive question thing. Yeah. So to be clear, because I did get asked a lot of questions about what software, what brands come on it and stuff. I don't put any brands of software. I don't put like 8 Powers asking, is the Honda diagnostic software free to download and use? It's not. You have to pay for it. All the OEs you have to pay for legitimate versions. So the hard drives don't come with anything like that on it, but they're partitioned out in 4 partitions, so you can do whatever you need to do to put whatever ones you want on there. To make it legal, I'm not selling you a COA. You have to put your own Windows key on there, which you can purchase online inexpensively, or you can use the one that came with your computer if you've got Windows 7 Pro, which is 64-bit, which is what these are, which is what the OS that I use on them. That kind of stuff. So there's, you know, there's set up, all the stuff set up for you. You don't have to do all the long work of setting up 4 partitions, installing Windows 4 times, updating Windows 4 times, and installing stuff. And then they come with my waveform library that I've got, which I did mention last time. Justin reminded me there's a couple waveforms on there that are his, so props to anyone who's given me waveforms. If you've given me waveforms, they're probably being shared. If you don't want me to share any waveforms you've given me, please tell me, and I'll find them in my thing and pull them out. But I would hope that everybody would want to share their waveforms to help everyone. So I'm going to search now for it. It's close to, unsure of exact name. Yeah, the one by me is Affiliated Electronics. I think that's a one-off thing. I don't think it's like a franchise or anything. Oh, maybe it is. Joe's, is yours called Affiliated Electronics also? You know, I've never even looked online to see. I talked to them last time I was in there. I was like, so tell me the secret. How are you guys still in business besides the fact that you carry everything in the world? Yeah, so if you Google Affiliated Electronics Inc., I mean, Tulsa, it comes up for me, but that's probably because I'm in Tulsa. Store location, Affiliated Electronics. I mean, all the stuff is showing Tulsa stuff when I Google it. But I'm sure they have... I know they have a huge online presence, is what I've been told. There's like 4 websites out there that all go to them. So I think they're probably a pretty high volume seller of equipment. If you look at the photos from in the store, you can see what I'm talking about, and it's just the shelves are just lined with equipment and parts. And I'm on Google now, scrolling through the pictures, and you can see that this place is just lined with components, and that's where I go to get all my stuff. So it is very well stocked. It's one of those things like I order stuff online and then I'll be in there one day and I'll be like, crap, I can't believe I ordered that online. That's available right here in town. So it's just one of those things. What is this? Okay. Anyways. Cool. That's awesome that that's the name and everything. Leave this running. I got to start making sauce for pasta for the. You go make that sauce, Joe. No, I'm fixing to jump off here anyways. I got a couple minutes. And I got to go over to Patreon. We're going to do part 8 of the J2534 class where I'm teaching. It's an 8-hour course. Is how the class is written online. It equates probably to 12 or 13 hours of material because I'm able to not have the time constraints. I can do 30 minutes to an hour at a time. And we're at part 8, and we're a little bit more than halfway through the class. And each video is probably 30 minutes to an hour because there's you're going to need a lot more one-on-one interaction. I will answer all the questions that I can, even if it's not on topic. So it's one of those things. Can I program remote control in the Kia Cerato 2010 by X431? Kareem, I have not tried. I don't know, and Cerato is not a U.S. model that I'm aware of, and if it is, it's one that I've never seen. Plan to pick your brain at Vision about teaching. If you don't mind, I'm going to my first class on Wednesday at lunch for the guys I work with. It's awesome, Bruce. I'll be there. I'll be at Vision. I'm driving myself because I'm like 3.5 hours away. So, any experience with the Ease scan tool? Sensor bought them, maybe your owner or whatever, or because of who bought them. I have used the old Ease before. It was a really good PC-based generics, enhanced generic. There are a lot of OE functions in it. Yes. Yeah, Denso. Yeah, I wasn't sure. That's out, right? Everyone knows that? Yeah, I don't know how much stuff I get told that I'm not supposed to talk about. So, and I'm sure that one's probably, I think that's known, right? Everyone knows that Denso bought them. Yeah, everyone knows that. That's public knowledge. All right, so yeah, but I got to get off here, guys. I got to kick over to Patreon and start up the J2534 class. Like I said, we're on part 8 over there, so if you would like to join in the J2534 class, just head on over to patreon.com/Keith Perkins and check it out. You have to be at the diagnostician level. I said that wrong last time. Because I renamed all the tiers, so I literally have to go look now because I said it wrong last time in the video. So I apologize to anyone that saw that. It's going to cost you at least $25 a month to see the classes. So it is the diagnostician level or higher. I made it real clear on there. I put this is the minimum level to gain access to the training classes. So I tried to do them every Sunday. In February, it's going to be hard, but I'm going to do my best. If I don't make one, at least three videos in the month of February, then I will make it up. But they will have them available. So I got to get going. This class is going to be good. So it'll be on field trims. Awesome, Bruce. That'll be a good class to teach everyone. I hit every time someone asks me about diagnostic stuff, I always start with field trims. Every single time I go into it, and people are like, "Man, you just won't leave this topic alone, will you?" I'm like, "No, field trims are everything. That is like my number one starting point. It'll give you so much insight between field trims, raw O2 data, and just having some known good data PIDs. I'm telling you, it's killer what you can accomplish from the driver's seat." So, all right, guys. We'll see you in a bit. All you guys are over on Patreon. See you in a few minutes. I got to grab some water or coffee or something and jump on over there.